I'm with City University of Seattle. So I will tell you a bit about City University of Seattle. First, I'm going to start with COVID updates and then go into programs, mostly focusing on business programs. So here you can see our main campus building. We are located right in downtown Seattle. But first, I'll talk a bit about COVID-19 updates. So we have 4 quarter sessions per year. So our next start date would be summer quarter, which starts July. So we are doing classes online for that. For fall quarter, we still don't know yet if they'll be online. Our fall quarter classes start in October. The cost of our online classes are cheaper than in-person classes, and the quality of our online classes are of very high quality. We have been offering online classes for many years, and actually our bachelor's program online has been ranked by the US News and World Report, and so you can be assured of their quality. Our residence hall currently is open to international students. Of course, they are in rooms that have social distancing guidelines, and special safety precautions are being taken to make sure everyone is safe. Obviously, everybody knows the embassies are currently closed, but there remains a persistent welcoming attitude towards international students. And we're happy to work with you if you're having any mailing issues or other issues. All of our future quarters are open for applications. Some students have asked me in terms of OPT, what if a student were to start classes online and then transfer to in-person? But we have received guidance that the US government has said that that's fine. The time that you're studying online as a full-time F1 student will count towards your OPT, so that's great. So yeah, people are asking also advice for future quarters. So I always tell them, you have 2 options. You can either defer until in-person classes are available, or you can start in online classes as an F1 student, and then once the embassies open up again, apply for a visa and transfer to in-person classes. So here are some positives about City University in light of COVID-19. So we have 4 start dates per year, as I said, January, April, July, and October. So it's very flexible, which is great because when things open back up, you don't have to wait half a year or a whole year to transfer into us. We have extensive experience in online class delivery. We don't require a deposit. We don't require a GRE or GMAT. This is not just during COVID, but anytime. And our online tuition is cheaper than in-person classes. So current unknowns, obviously the pandemic length, when embassies will start issuing F1 visas again, for sure. There's some rumors out there, but nothing has been decided, I don't think, at this point. And for us, if fall 2020 will be online or in person. So on our website, if you're curious, we have a link for updates. So that has the most up-to-date information. All right, so now I will transfer into talking about City University of Seattle, the university as a whole. And of course, if you have any questions for me, please save them and send them in the chat when I'm finished with the presentation. So why City University of Seattle? We have accredited cutting edge programs. Our downtown location is really wonderful for networking with international technology corporations. So Seattle is home to Microsoft, Amazon, Adobe, Expedia, Starbucks, Costco, Boeing. So we have tons of international businesses located in our city. Thus, there are a lot of opportunities for internship opportunities, CPT, OPT opportunities. This is one of the #1 things that students say about coming to study in Seattle is how great all those opportunities are. So all of our professors also are practitioners, so they also work at these famous companies. So they bring a lot of their experience from the job into the classroom, which students love. And we do have international student scholarships, $2,000 to $5,000. This would be based on your GPA. This is our residence hall. You can see some pictures here. Don't worry, these are pre-COVID. Students are not this close at this time with no masks, but you can just give you a flavor of what the residence hall looks like. It's a secure building, 10 minutes walking from our main campus building. It has a fitness center, community kitchen, laundry facility, lounge. Yeah. Here you can see the different costs depending on the different rooms. And we do also have residence hall scholarships. So if you sign up for 2 quarters, you can, as an undergraduate or a graduate, receive a residence hall scholarship, which is basically a discount on tuition. So why live in Seattle? Seattle, before COVID, but probably likely will regain speed once things get a bit better. Seattle is one of the fastest growing cities in the US. So a lot of people inside the US are moving to Seattle because the job market is really, really good. And again, due to the fact that we have companies like Amazon, who during the pandemic, is making a lot of money from people sending packages and things like that. So people are hopeful that once COVID settles down a bit and it becomes more safer, the economy here will really ratchet back up. So we have a lot of global companies, as I mentioned, and an excellent bus and light rail system. We have about 6,000 total students, 650 international students from over 40 countries, and about 60% are graduate students. Indian students, we typically have about 45 to 50 Indian students per year. This just shows our average class size of 30 students for academic classes. And as I mentioned, the faculty have advanced degrees and more than 5 years of professional experience, and they bring their connections and practices from the top Seattle companies. So all of our programs are very job focused. We want you to be ready to get out into the workplace and really be able to succeed. We do have internships and career center available. Here you can see our different accreditations. We are a nonprofit private university. So I'll briefly go through our programs. We do have one doctoral program or a PhD. It is in business. These are just the requirements. So you need a master's degree in MBA, 87 TOEFL, 6.5 IELTS. We also take PTE and ITEP. We are working on getting Duolingo as well. And work experience is highly recommended. So a doctorate of business administration, this starts every year in the fall. It's typically a 3 to 4 year program. So for our graduate programs, we do accept either 3 or 4 year bachelor degrees. We don't require GRE or GMAT. You can see there the TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, or ITEP scores required. And we also don't require work experience. So our most popular program traditionally has been our MBA program. You can see there we have different emphasis areas in marketing, finance, project management, global management, human resources. We do not need work experience. If a student is coming from a different background than business, they would just take one extra foundation class. We also have a club, Enactus, that is a specifically business club. And our school competes actually in national competitions. And this year we placed 8th in the nation at that. So it's a pretty exciting thing to be a part of and put on your resume. Typically it's a 2-year program. And you can see on the right side the quarter start dates, and then the online tuition cost and the in-person tuition cost. As you can see, the online cost is cheaper. Assisted MBA is the exact same MBA program, except it's for students who have slightly lower English scores. So you can see their TOEFL, IELTS, PTE. You would just take 1 year of support classes in English at the same time as your MBA classes, so you can still finish in 2 years. Just go really briefly over our Masters of Science and Computer Science courses. This is our fastest growing program. It's an 18-month program, same start dates, same tuition. This you would be eligible for 3 years OPT currently. Undergraduate requirements. We require at least 1 year of college level courses. So we are a transfer only university, meaning that we don't accept students straight out of high school. So you can either take classes in India, maybe 1 year or 2 years, and then transfer to us. Or if you want to come to the US and say go to a community college for 2 years and transfer to us for the last 2 years, that's fine too. We just can't take all we can't do all 4 years here at CU. We don't require SAT or ACT, and we do require the TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, or ITEP. You can see the scores there. And students can transfer from overseas colleges without the WES evaluation. So as long as your transcript is in English or translated into English, just send it to us and our registrar can do the evaluation. So here are our transfer-only bachelor degree programs: Bachelor of Arts in Management, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, and Bachelor of Science in Applied Computing. So all of these have the same 4 start dates per year. You can see they're on the right. And online tuition cost in-person tuition costs are also listed there. So scholarships, as I mentioned, we do have merit-based scholarships available for new students in academic programs. So you need to have a GPA above 3.0 in the US scale. If you don't know exactly how your GPA converts, that's no problem. Our registrar can do it for you. You just need to send in your transcript and check the box in our financial declaration form to apply for the scholarship. So it's a one-time award between $2,000 and $5,000, and you just check the box to apply. So in terms of our application process, we require an application and application fee of $50, original or certified transcripts and diploma. And as I said, right now, due to the mailing issue, some mailing issues for COVID-19, just reach out if you have any issues mailing. The English proficiency scores, those can be emailed, financial declaration form and bank statement, and passport copy. So we have a very simple application. Here are some things we don't need that maybe other schools need: photos, primary or secondary school transcripts, letters of reference, essay, ACT, SAT, GRE, or GMAT scores. Another question that students often ask me if they can work on campus during their studies. And yes, you can work part-time up to 20 hours per week on campus if you're interested when you are studying. In order to apply, we have a job board. So once you come to campus, you would just check that out to see if there are any jobs that look interesting and then apply from there.